So I had attended, I was attending Liberty University for a youth ministry degree. During this time, I, had begun to really explore what I actually believed instead of what I'd always been taught. And my personal relationship with God was growing, and I was kind of learning what it was that I believed. In the middle of this, I got involved in a dating relationship that went entirely sexual in nature, which is something I'd never had happen before. And it just completely uprooted my life. During the process of that, all the progress I'd made and all the relationship that I'd gained in my spiritual walk kind of went out the window. And it turns out that, I started paying so little attention to school, and my relationship with God had suffered so much that it was, I wasn't even sure I wanted to go into youth ministry anymore. And in doing that, I just felt really betrayed. I felt like I had been willing to commit my life to serving God, literally as a profession, and in the process, I'd kind of been abandoned. For 10 years, I just completely stepped away from the church and was ashamed of the fact that I had been unable to do this thing I'd set out to do and go into ministry. And between the shame and the bitterness that I had all this debt, I just had no desire to not only be at church, but to be around anyone that wanted to talk to me about God. I was just a miserable person. I would wake up in the morning and go to a work I didn't enjoy, and come home and waste time until I fell asleep, and woke up the next morning and went back and did it again. I think in all these relationships that just kept failing and failing, I was just looking for something to invest myself in, something to kind of bring hope and complete myself, and it just wasn't working. A couple dates go by, and I learn more and more about Liz, my wife, and learn about her daughter, Lily, who has Down syndrome, and we talk more about what us continuing a relationship would really mean. So finally, I think it hits me what it is that I'm wanting to walk into. And for the first time in years and years, that night I stopped to pray. I just prayed and asked God that if this was what I was supposed to be doing, just make it clear, and if it wasn't, to show me that too. It was surreal. I had peace. I just had peace about the situation, and I felt like it was a thing I could go into in good faith, because I did care about Liz, and the time I'd met Lily, I kind of fell in love with her immediately. But I really think it was God's use of our daughter that kind of showed me that there was something in life for me. And it just resonated with me that regardless of how much I love her, God's love is so much deeper and more meaningful for me. I started to want to go back to church again. I've been involved with a men's group at the point, and it's been incredible for me to have a group of brothers that I can go to and say when things are hard. I can just tell them that things are hard and tell them what's on my mind. And through that group, I've learned to pray again and learned that prayer matters. Through praying, I've just been able to actually rekindle that relationship with God. So the first time I came to the point, we walked in and saw they had a really vibrant kids program, so we were really excited about that. We dropped off our daughter Lily, and whenever we went and picked her up, we found out that she had hit another kid during Kids Point. So we were mortified. We were scared to death. So actually we're a little scared, and we leave and we go home, and we're like, oh my gosh, we can never go back there. And like 2 days later, we get an email from the director of Kids Point saying that they appreciated us coming in, that they wanted to accommodate Lily in any way they possibly could, to make sure she was getting the most out of Kids Point that they could. and that just meant a ton to us. The Point has been a sense of spiritual community where we can come and kind of have fellowship with other believers and feel comfortable doing it. And you know, the motto of the Point, you know, love God, love people, and love life, is a way that I'm trying to structure my life now, and something I'm trying to incorporate into every day that I live. I won't begin to say I have everything figured out or that I'm a model Christian, but I'm learning what it means to follow Christ again.